Hi guys, it's Jan. Welcome back. So today I decided to film a video that I had started with on YouTube a while back and I never actually continued with it. And it would have been kind of like a weekly thing. So I remember that when I filmed this video, I actually got a lot of positive feedback about it. A lot of people liked what I was doing and I don't know why I stopped. So I'm going to try it out for a while and see if you guys like it. And it's basically like a weekly likes and dislikes, kind of keeping you in the loop. It's kind of like I do a monthly favorites, but there are a lot of things that I use in between, that you guys may not necessarily know about. And if I really like something but only use it for 1 week, it's still worth telling you guys. May not necessarily end up in my monthly favorites, but something that I used for a week might end up being a holy grail product for you if I, say it's worth getting. So I'm going to go back to doing this kind of format. I know a lot of people have like a lot of Friday favorites videos. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I definitely think it's really simple, and I think it's just really kind of good to let you know from me what I enjoyed for maybe a week and a half or so and put down, and maybe I'll try it again, but I still really enjoyed it for the time that I used it, so I think it would be interesting to share that with you. So I have more likes, which is good, than dislikes. So I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start with the one thing I find myself using every morning, which is in this little bag, which is an eye mask. It's kept in my refrigerator. And for my school mom friends that watch my video, I got this at the Dollar Tree. And it's basically a gel-filled mask that you put on to reduce any kind of swelling. I'm going to look like the Lone Ranger because that's what my husband told me. But you put this on and it just really gets the eyelids and under the eyes really well, and it's nice and cold, and it reduces the swelling. Because I wake up in the morning and I have stuff on my stomach usually at some point in the evening, during the night rather, and sometimes I stay like that all night, so I wake up in the morning and my face is kind of puffy from fluid retention. So I put this on as I'm watching the news and having my coffee before I'm ready to do my makeup, and it really does help. So and it's got this really great Velcro kind of strap in the back, so you just put it on and it really does reduce the swelling. So I have been really enjoying this, and I find that I've been really using this a lot. And also it really does help headaches too. If you have headaches, and since this is really cold, it really can help a headache too. So this was $1 in the dollar store. So if you guys happen to see something like this, I think it's totally worth getting. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys is a moisturizer that you may or may not have heard about, but it's the Vaseline Spray and Go Moisturizer. And I have really enjoyed this. It really does dry quickly, and like it says, it's not greasy, and I'm able to get dressed pretty quickly with this. I really like this. I find that I stay really moisturized. There were different ones. I know one was aloe. This is the Cocoa Radiant, and I don't know if they're meaning that this actually, makes me look a little bit more radiant, which I haven't noticed. I will do a little demo now, but when I spray this, I hope you can hear this. It kind of sounds like there's wheels turning inside. It really sounds weird. Do you hear that? It kind of sounds like a little machine or something in there. Anyway, it's been really great. I've really enjoyed it, and it smells great, and it really does moisturize, and it doesn't make me feel greasy at all. So yeah, really like this. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. Like I said, some of these may or may not end up in my favorites. Okay, the next thing I've been loving, I got this when I was food shopping, and they were 2 for $5, and it's the Johnson's Baby Powder. And this one's in the Refreshing Magnolia Petals. I am a powder person, like I'm a candle person, like I'm a perfume person. I always like smelling something that just smells so good. And I like scents to linger on me a lot. And when I shower at night, I really just put a lot of powder on myself. And I love the way this one smells. It just really smells very pretty, very floral, but very soft, not sickeningly thick or anything, but just really nice. So if you guys like to use powder, this is just a real good old basic as Johnson's Baby Powder, and I love this. And I've gotten, high-end powders, and, always used Johnson's Baby Powder ever since I've had babies. and I just find this one, especially the Magnolia Petals, to be a really nice scent. All right, so that's that. So I'm going to go on to a foundation combination that I have been enjoying. It's what I have on today. I just find it makes my skin very, very dewy. And there's a couple of steps. So the first step I use is this Estee Lauder Spotlight, which you guys have heard me talk about. A little makeup on the name. I have spoken of this for a couple of years now. This is just a great skin illuminator. Skin tone perfector. I love this. I use this after I put on my primer, just a little bit on my cheeks, down my nose, on my forehead, just to give me a little bit more of a dewiness. And then I follow up with two foundations that I started mixing, but each are fantastic on their own. The first one is the Bourjois Healthy Mix, and I'm in 200 Warm Beige, I think. No, sorry, that's the other one. 53. I'm in the color 53. I love this, but I started pairing it with the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Foundation in Soft Beige. This foundation's really great because I find that no matter what the season is, it just always looks good on my skin. So it's just universally flattering for my skin tone throughout the year, which is kind of odd because my skin tone does change, but I find that I never have what looks like a mask on my face. But I've been mixing these two together lately just to play around with foundations, just to see if one would enhance or maybe cancel out the other. I find that they're both really great together, but both really great on their own too. But this has been the foundation that I've been using lately, the foundation combination, along with this. So I would start with this, mix a little of these two foundations together, and then when I'm done, before I start doing any kind of more, contouring or anything like that, I add a little bit more to my cheeks just to give me a little bit more of a glow. But very, very little, because I do plan on using a highlight. And this really can be a highlight, but I just really, really love this after I put on my foundation, just for a touch more dewiness. And I just absolutely love the combination of the three products together. And then I've been following up with my Nye Banana Powder, and I'm a big fan of this. This completely works for me. Either people love it or they hate it, but I just find that it really works for me. So this has been my foundation routine, I'd say for about 2 weeks now. Completely loving these products. Okay, so in sticking with that, I want to just follow up with a little bit of a highlight that I have been using. This is more down my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and I don't really need it, but I just feel like something would be missing if I didn't do a little bit of a highlight, even though I've gotten all the dewiness I probably could stand. I've been using the Fluid Sheer by Giorgio Armani, which I picked up in the CCO with the foundation, and I love this. And I just add the tiniest bit, and it really just gives me a really great highlighted look. So completely, really enjoy using that. Okay, a lipstick that I've been loving lately, I actually have it on today, I thought that would be nice for the sake of the video, is number 820 by Rimmel. It's Cherrylicious, and it is just the prettiest color. Just a really nice red, but not overbearing. Just very soft. It has a nice gloss, and I think a great red for those starting out with reds. So this has been something I've been really enjoying. What I have today for my foundation is something that I've really been loving for the last couple of weeks, and they're the MAC Pressed Pigments. The one I have on today is Deeply Dashing. This one I've been using for about 3 or 4 days straight now. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I use this with a MAC 239. It is just a stunning color. I don't know if you can get this at the MAC counter, but probably online or at the Pro Store. And it is just gorgeous. And it really gives me the really prettiest sparkle to the eyes. And I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. And what I've been using in the inner corner has been this other MAC pressed pigment, and it's called Light Touch. And this one is just as gorgeous, and I've been using this in my inner corner. So this is what I have on today. So Light Touch is here, and Deeply Dashing is all over the lid, and I've just been really enjoying them. I use the Deeply Dashing with the MAC 239, and because this really can create a lot of fallout, I've been spraying with MAC Fix Plus, the brush, and then just really patting it on my eye, and it just gives the most beautiful sheen. So I absolutely love these pressed pigments. Another eyeshadow I've been loving, and I took a chance on it because I'm not a big CoverGirl buyer, but I did buy this, and it is called, and the thing I don't like about these is because when you rip off the tag, okay, Bedazzled Biscotti. I don't like drugstore packaging because lots of times when you take off all the plastic, you remove the name. But this is Bedazzled Biscotti, and it is just the prettiest color. And it is fairly pigmented and very, very soft. It really does, you could see all that right there. That would be fallout. So you really have to be very careful about, you know, tapping off your brush. But it's right there, and I've used this on my eyes, and I just thought it was really pretty. Not with the pressed pigments. I haven't used it with the pressed pigments, but on its own, it's really, really pretty. Okay. A blush I've been using, which I picked up months ago, and it was on clearance in Dwayne Reed or CVS, is this Rimmel blush, and it's called 001 Santa Rose. It's what I have on today. It is just the prettiest color. It's very, very natural, but I just absolutely adore this color. And I got it for $1.29, and it is just so pretty. So this might end up in my monthly favorites. Actually, a few of these might, but it's so natural you really can't even see it. I swatched it right here, but it's not a very good swatch. But trust me, it really is very, very pretty on the cheeks, I think. It really gives me the right amount of color, especially when you're doing a smoky eye. So I really have been enjoying that. So another thing that I really have needed along with that eye de-swelling thing that I showed you first is my Benefits Erase Paste. I've been finding lately my dark circles under my eyes just not going away. So I really haven't used this in a long time, and I was never really a big fan of this. Now I'm really liking it because it really is counteracting the darkness under my eyes. Now, mind you, I use Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, which is a peach-toned corrector as well, like this is. But for some reason, I think the thickness of this is giving me the exact coverage that I need. So I've really been very, very happy with the Erase Paste. And I think that might be it for all my likes. I think that's it. So moving these aside, I'm going to go into my dislikes. So I took a chance on some Maybelline makeup, and I am not a fan of Maybelline. I've said it time and time again. I've come across some really good lipsticks. The Great Lash Mascara I've used for years, and haven't used it for a long time, but I know that's probably still good product. But I took a chance when I was in the store, and I bought the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush. I don't know what it is with me. It's a gorgeous color. I figured this was just so, so beautiful. And this one is Plum Wine, number 50. But I just didn't have any luck with this. I found that when I put this on, it was very, very, very streaky. It's got that nice bouncy kind of texture. It absolutely looks gorgeous, but it just, for me, did not go on well. I just felt like there was some pigmentation, and then all of a sudden it just, there was like a bare spot and then more. And then, you know, when you're trying to apply this on top of foundation, I felt like I was messing up my makeup. So this was just a total fail for me. I'll give it another go, but the 3 times I tried it, I just wasn't happy with that. And then I tried, again, getting back to my dark circles, I wanted a concealer, and I knew I needed the corrector, but I wanted to try a different concealer as well. I picked up the Cover Stick Concealer, good old-fashioned Cover Stick Concealer in light beige, and it says it's America's #1 concealer. Okay. I did not really do well with this at all. I really, as soon as I opened it up, I just felt like they never did anything with this to make it look any different, or maybe update the product. I just didn't like it. I really don't like it. I didn't try for any zits or anything. I normally don't get them, but I will next time I have it. Now, you would think this would be great, but for some reason, it just, I didn't like it. I don't know if it was too chalky or too thick. I don't know what it was, but I didn't care for this at all. So that's another dislike. Another dislike is another Maybelline product, and now I remember using these back in the day when I first started wearing makeup. The Expert Wear Twin Brow and Eyeliner Pencils. This do. I mean, who hasn't tried this at least once in their life? And back in the day when I was on a budget with makeup, I probably owned this like a million times, but I lately have been playing around with a lot of eyebrow pencils, and I really ended up very disappointed with the Hourglass Arch pencil I showed you guys recently, number one, the color was a little too cool for me, and there wasn't enough product in there, or I lost half the product because I spent whatever I spent on it and I really didn't get much use out of it. So that was a big fail for me. So I've been on the hunt for, you know, I figured I'd try some drugstore products. I really should have just gone back to my faithful Lingering or Tom Ford, but I figured I would try these. I like the waxiness. It's not that I dislike the texture of the product. I like the texture of the product. The color is supposed to be deep brown, and it's a very red brown for me. It just comes up way too red on my skin. Too warm of a brown. It's not that deep dark brown that I need, and I don't really like dark brows on me, but I don't like them to be too red. And unfortunately they're a little bit lighter today than I would have liked, and that's because I used my Whitening Lightning Brow kit, and I just find that it's too light with the darker roots of my hair that I've been making it lately. So I'm gonna have to go back to Max Lingering. So I just want to let you guys know that this to me didn't work. It may work for you guys, but it really wasn't that good for me. Okay, 2 more products. I really want to like this, and it's not that it was expensive. It was only $20, and this is my second one buying it, second time trying it. The Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Antiperspirant or Deodorant. Deodorant Antiperspirant. I did originally, when I first tried this, I bought the smaller one, the $10 version, and that's what I fully intended to get when I went back to Sephora. They didn't have it, so I ended up getting the $20 one. I love the way it smells. I mean, like anything else, if I can make my deodorant really top-notch too, like I do with, like, I try and put like a special touch on everything I do, right? From my hair to my clothes to my makeup to even my deodorant and soaps. And I tried this, and the first time around I felt like it really did not combat any kind of, you know, sweating that I might, you know, and I'm not really the type of person that sweats a lot, but during the summer, of course, everyone, you know, sweats. And I just felt like all I did was just put this on after I had already started sweating. So by the end of the day, I smelled like I was trying to cover up sweat with this, because I would smell, you know, that it really hadn't fully worked, and then I smelled the cashmere mist scent, and it was just nauseating. So as much as I want to like this, I find that it really doesn't work for me. And the same thing with the La Vanilla. I found that, and that one's supposed to be natural, I think. I found that the same thing. It was a great scent, and I put it on first thing in the morning, and enough of it, especially during the summertime, you want to make sure that you fully, you know, make sure that you were totally protected with your deodorant. But I felt like by the end of the day, all I smelled was sweat and then the scent. And to me, that was disgusting. So I am still using my Dove, whatever it is. I think it's called Beauty Touch or something. And it really works great. And by the end of the day, I just smell fresh and like the smell of the deodorant. I don't smell any kind of, you know, sweat at all. So unfortunately, this for me, I will never purchase again. I'm going to continue to use it, and sometimes I use that and my Dove together, but it's only because I want to try and use it up. And then the last thing I really have not liked, and this is my third time purchasing it, so I can really fully attest to this being a weird product. It's the Rita Hazan Root Concealer, and I get it in light brown, and this is for it's a temporary color spray while your root's coming in. This is a great concept. It's you know, you see a lot of these things. You see the mascara ones that cover the roots. You see crayons that cover the roots. You see powders that cover the roots. This is a spray powder. The only thing about this is it leaves my hair feeling gummy. It is that horrible feeling. My hair could be freshly washed, and I'll spray this in, and then my hair feels gummy at the roots. It is the worst feeling ever to have that gummy tackiness at your roots. I really am so disappointed in this. They really need to reformulate the product. I think this is an excellent idea, and it buys you time before you get to the hair salon, but I really find that this texture and this feeling that you're left with is just gross. I have used this after I styled and sprayed, and you know, thought that I was good to go, and then I've used it as I was blow drying my hair on the roots so that the hair dry would make it more, you know, supple and more one with my hair, where there was no gumminess, and still by the end of the day it was just gross. So that is my other dislike. I will never repurchase this again. And that is it. So I showed you all my likes and dislikes for the week, and I'm sure there were more, but this is what I remembered. I'm going to do this every week, and I think it's really good. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to show you. Okay, it was a lunch I like to make, but I'll show you that next week because I've been eating it for a while. But I will do this every week, and you guys tell me if you like this. I have a feeling people would like this because people like to know like what's really good out there before I let a whole month go by and say, yeah, this was really great. I'd like to kind of tell you sooner if I can, and also tell you sooner about things I don't like. So hopefully you like this. Thumbs up the video, guys, and I will see everyone very, very soon. Bye, everyone.